What's up? So, this is what's going down. It's now, it's year 7, and we have to act because big things are happening, big things are coming. This is for all the marbles. We're not going to get a second shot at this, people, okay? You should know what I'm talking about by now. Changes are coming, two worlds are splitting. We're moving into a completely new era, and we can't just be sitting around talking, okay? We have to act, okay? We can't keep making excuses. We have to make effort. We make effort, not excuses, period. There are so many things to tackle that can be intimidating. It can seem like there's just so much, like, how can I help? What can I do? All these problems are so big and I'm so small, or whatever we're thinking. But so much of what we're thinking is not correct. One of the most important lessons I ever learned is to not believe everything I think. Don't believe everything you think, okay? Don't. Quite often we have these false ideas that we're smaller than we are, that we're incapable, that we can't make a difference. These are all false. So instead, we make effort. We don't make excuses. We get it done, okay? As we grow and we take in more knowledge and we gain experience and hopefully wisdom, and these processes, of course, are never done. But at a certain point, you got to do something with that information, okay? It has to go from your head to your heart, right? And become one thing in focus and action. Or else what? If we don't actually take the knowledge we have and do something with it now, what happens? What's the bad thing we would like to avoid? We want our kids to have trees on this planet, and animals, and clean oceans. I mean, most folks know by now that in the last 50 years, 60% of vertebrate wildlife, as well as most insect populations, are gone. We've killed off more than half the wildlife in less than 50 years on this planet. Not sustainable. The energy, this blood for oil nonsense, the fossil oil, are you kidding me right now? When we've had electrogravitic technology for thousands of years, it's time the 1% let go. And the 99% get that. Sure, it's a scary transition to think, well, everybody get to have this high tech, but it's time. We need it. It's ancient tech. It's not new. Okay? It's ancient, high tech. It's going to change everything. Watching all of the drama unfold in Washington, there's going to be thousands of people get wrecked on that. People are going to have their world shaken when they realize that people that they've had faith in forever have just been, trafficking children, for instance. These things are coming out, and people are the Band-Aid's coming off, and people are going to need, they're going to need pillars of hope and light. And if we're not doing something and acting, then we're not going to be there to help. Okay, well, so what we're trying to avoid is total catastrophe. We're trying to avoid humanity returning to the old ways, right? This divide and conquer, this me, I'm on top, the controllers in control, Republicans, Democrats, you know what I mean? Senior executive service, and then everybody else, CIA does what it wants. People think their votes count, and they don't. All this stuff has to end, You can't have people like Barack Obama, bombing, drone striking the hell out of Yemen and killing and driving homeless 4 million people, okay? Like, how many people did Hitler kill? Right? People got 6 million Jews. Okay, Barack Obama is 2/3 of that just in Yemen. You still want to have a beer with that dumb motherfucker? I want to slap that punk ass. Fuck Barack Obama. Okay, we can't keep having these people as our leadership, okay? Okay? We just cannot. People go, oh, Barack's a good guy. He gave us, we had health care. First of all, not everybody did have health care. And you want to know who else had universal health care? Hitler. We can't have this leadership anymore. Okay? And we can't be like, well, I can't do anything about it. Really? We make effort. Okay? We want a world where love is the default, okay? It's the rule, not the exception. Where compassion, understanding, growth is just the norm. Where we're not trying to control children, control each other, right? Gather money in a fear state so that just in case it all goes bad, I have millions. Dude, why don't we make it not go bad and then nobody needs millions? We don't need that. We don't even really need money. We're equals, right? So here's one of the most important things you can do. When you realize in your life that you're like, yeah, I'm gathering all this knowledge, but I'm not really making something happen. I'm not like, I got my black belt, but I'm not throwing any punches or what. You feel like there's, right? Well, I can tell you two things. You're always going to be leveling up. There's always another black belt over there to grab, So don't feel that you're ever at the top or you're ever at the bottom. That's really bad mentally. We're all just mirrors for one another. We're all equal mirrors and just doing different things. And some of us are more impassioned than others, and we wake up every day, we just bang, bang, bang. We have 101 dreams. We just go do that stuff. We don't even question it. We don't think, I wonder if I can do it. No, we just go do it. If you don't have that spark, often it's because, again, the first one, you're thinking you're either up here and you don't need to, you're already done or whatever, or you're down here thinking you can't do anything. It's neither of those, of course, is true. What you can do is you can find your passion. You can find the thing that really makes you fire up. That's super important. And I think a lot of times people look externally for that. It's like, try knitting or, try basketball or whatever. And those social things can be fun, right? But sometimes people, what their passion might be is something internal. I was speaking to Leslie from THI Oregon recently, and we were talking about a gal whose passion was her inner work and how amazing she became. Instead of like running around doing all these things out here that she thought might be her passion externally, she took time to find her passion internally, okay? And she became one of the most powerful light workers I've ever met in my life. Just one of the most powerful women, human beings I've ever met on the planet. Just being in her presence was just like being around a nuclear love reactor, something incredibly magical. But her passion was inside, and that's okay. You don't have to be an extrovert like me, like all cheerleading and trying to get everybody to join the gang and let's go. Bah, 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 bah. You don't have. That's me, man. You don't have to be that guy. There's already enough of me around. Okay, you have to find what that passion is for you, and go after it. Maybe you have trauma or were in the programs in the past, and so your passion is to go deal with a lot of that stuff. Maybe it's more soft. Maybe you just want to work with kids and teach them music. Maybe you want to, maybe cooking is something you need to spend time with, because you give to cooking, it gives back to you. Same thing with martial arts. You might train martial arts and find that gives back to you a lot. It's an investment that returns to you and it helps center you or whatever. So I would say, number one, just look in the mirror and say, I'm done making excuses, okay? That's it. Just stop judging the self. Just be aware of the self, right? Ponder moments. Notice what's not working. Notice mistakes, and try to fix those. But don't spend any time judging yourself and beating yourself up. That does not help. No, you need to strip the past away. Meditate. Become still. Ground. Right. Center. Shield. Okay. And get yourself into still space, so that you can make really good decisions. See, if you make big life decisions while you're all chaotic in the mind, you're going to make a lot of big chaotic decisions and cause more ruckus than you want, right? You don't want to make big life decisions while you're all stressed out. You want to make them when you're centered, So posture, breath, get there. And then just do what comes naturally. You'll find if you just follow your instincts and you just do what comes naturally, you will walk in your breath. You'll walk in your sovereignty, right? You'll walk in an more aware space. You'll walk with a higher frequency vibration, love. You'll get sick less. In other words, don't always try to force it. People try to force it. Like wake up, all right, I have to do. Over time, it will feel very natural. Just like good posture feels very natural for people who do it all the time. People who slump over all the time like this, you're like, good posture, like, oh, it hurts. Dude, this feels great to me, right? Because over time, you train that, right, to have proper breath, and all those little things that add up to something large. So, to wrap it here, I'm trying to get 11 minutes or less. Be willing to take action, okay? Because we need it. Our children need it. We can't make excuses, okay? If all our kids are dead, who are we going to make excuses to? We got to do this thing. So be willing, wake up. It feels good. There's a lot of us doing it, okay? You're not alone, okay? And we're imperfect allies, but we're there, you know? And there's a lot of information, a lot of support. A lot of people have been through what you've been through, I promise. As weird as it might sound to you, believe me, they're survivors. So, and we found each other. So, and we're stronger than ever. You know what I mean? It's safer than ever to tell the truth. So, yeah, don't be afraid. Be fearless, okay? Become still, all right? Find your passion. Really, like, find out who you are. Be with the people you love and help with them. Help their stuff. Get their back. Collaborate with them. Really be there for them. But you got to be there for yourself as well, okay? So dream big, okay? Act now, right? Love wins. Love is the creative force. Love is the power, okay? Fear takes that away, okay? Love is your light, okay? It empowers you. It surrounds you. It fills you up, okay? So let that source flow, you know? It feels good. It feels good. And just know that, yeah, there's a lot in your life not yet done. Your story's not over. You're just writing a new chapter. We always are. And some of us want to know about it. Please share, reach out, tell us your story, tell us what you're going through, tell us the good stuff, tell us the bad stuff, and how you got out of it. You know, share, right? Because there's love in that movement. Okay, don't keep your love all alone under a basket in your house. Okay, you have to bring that light to the top of the mountain and shine it. Okay, not sticking in people's faces, and you know, not everybody wants that. But you hold that light so that people can come to it. You know, and just know that you're loved and you're not alone. You know, so find out what that action is you want to take and take it, because you don't want to feel what it feels like to not try anymore. You don't want to feel that feeling in your stomach that you're not doing enough or wishing you would have. You're sick of that. Right? You're sick of not being the most you can possibly be. And that changes sometimes. So it's an exciting journey. We're always growing in that. Stay encouraged. Yeah, if you need anything, you can reach out to THI Oregon. It's not just me, man. I mean, you know, you got David there, you got Michael, and you know, you got Leslie there, who's, you know, always bringing her smiles to the group, and you know, other folks. So just reach out. And yeah, we've done a bunch of stuff we haven't told you about, and we're doing more stuff coming up. But if you want to be involved in all that good stuff we're doing, hit it up, and just know that we're here for you. So, I kind of want to play a song. Like, I kind of want to hit up like a tune. What would be a tune to play a make effort, not excuses song? It doesn't have a bunch of cussing in it, because I'm trying to back up on that, you know. I'm trying more family-friendly approach. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so, yeah, music. Love you, fam. Yeah, love yourself. That's it. See you in a little bit.
Underneath my overstanding, plunder deep trust, so demanding something more than what they gave us. 13,000 years of saviors, politicking, picking sides. Since we kids, we wonder why. Building weapons, thunder sky. Rich stay rich, cause children die. Had enough of standing by. Blasphemous, yes, to Columbus. Heard the roost that came before us. Words of truth like a blunderbuss. Time for a change. You know it's true. Chicken trust, so demanding something more than what they gave us. 13,000 years of saviors, politicking, picking sides. Since we kids, we wonder why. Building weapons, thunder skies. Rich stay rich, cause children die. Have you had enough now? Have you had enough? Stand up, had enough of standing by. Blasphemous, yes, to Columbus. Heard the roots that came before us. Words of truth like a blunderbuss now. Get behind us and sing. Change history to her story, to our story. Yeah, our story. That's us.